Hello everyone. It's Monday and this is a little update for the channel. We are gearing up for Ghost Archipelago and here is my model ship. If you guys haven't seen how I built this ship, there are a series of videos, multi-part video series on my channel that I show how I built the ship. And this is for all my Navy games and everything else. So we're going to use this in Ghost Archipelago, and this has a lot of features. A lot of these things come off, and there are chambers in there, and you can put like objective markers, whatever. For Ghost Archipelago, we're using this ship as a base. This little rowboat comes off. Let me actually take that off. And so the whatever crew is on here, whether it's Julie or me, they're going to be arriving on the island using this little rowboat. So we'll probably put this up here. Now, I connected both tables. Here is my river table that you guys saw before, and it's full of terrain. And so this was my river table for Oathmark. We played the Bridge the River scenario. And what I did is I took my other table, this was the other slab of wood, and just painted an ocean scenario on it. Now, that's not finished. I have to do a lot of work to this. I have to do like the wave action. I'm going to do a little thing I learned in arts class a long time ago. I'm going to add the illusion of reefs on the bottom there. So there'll be like a few dark spots where it would represent reefs, and of course a few waves, like some wave action. There's some wave action here that I have to finish. I filled it up with hot glue and make like little waves, and that'll give the impression that the water's sloshing on the ship. And then there is some wave action here that I have to finish. These are just little cosmetic things. This will be like the an abrupt kind of shoreline. And then the little lifeboat thingy here could probably like anchor there. And then the characters, one crew will begin here, and then another crew will begin somewhere in the island. Now, I have a lot of terrain here. This is not a setup. I'm just putting out all the terrain that we have. And, obviously we will pick and choose what terrain we use for the different scenarios. But I do like my tables very lush, especially in a jungle theme. So I have plenty of terrain to depict, a sort of a nice lush jungle setup. These are my tinfoil trees with the vines. If you haven't seen how I made these, there is a whole video series how I make these trees out of tinfoil, and some of these this one has been with me for a long time. These are very recent. And then I have more tinfoil trees, and over here I have sort of an old dead tree. It'll be nice to give some change of scenery. And this is not tinfoil. This one's done with watered down glue and tissue. And I just wrap it around a core there, wrap it around some kind of skeleton, and it gives me this barky look. So that's a whole different construction. I do trees out of many different things. So yeah, so a lot of terrain, and basically I don't have to do a lot this week. Just give some touch-ups to all this stuff and finish up the ocean table here. And last but not least, my little coffee cup huts. I made these a long time ago. They've been with me for a long time. And this is just coffee cups with a little bit of cardboard on top, some craft sticks, and then a lot of hot glue texturing. They're very old, very easy to make, and I may actually make more different shapes. I may have a video in the future if anyone's interested. I could show how I made those. They're not really hard at all. And these are my felt hills. This is a technique that I did a long time ago, and I'm going to continue to do this to this day. And this is inspired by those felt boards that we used to do a while back. And basically you put books under the felt, and there were your hills. A lot of people still do that. And so this whole technique was inspired by that. This is felt with stiffeners and hot glue and a whole bunch of stuff, and it makes some really cool looking hills and rock work. And there is like a little pool there. I gotta do a little painting there to, do like the water falling. And then we have another felt hill here, and I really like those. I got to do some touch-ups on that though, but it really makes a very natural looking hill. And maybe again in the future, I could have a little project where I show how I do those felt hills. So I made these little sandbars out of felt, and I didn't have enough felt to kind of do the whole thing like I wanted, but that's okay. We're going to leave it at that. This is a very simple, cheap, or inexpensive technique to use, the whole felt thing. And then I do a little bit of painting here, a few like stippling, and then I'm going to paint a few like rack, a little bit of algae rack kind of in the surf there. Then I add some hot glue to do the wave action. I gotta paint that a little bit. Maybe add another wave over here. And then I made this old boat a very long time ago. It's kind of nice that I still have it. And this has the algae hanging already and the barnacles. And these are very easy to make. So there's the other kind of little felt sandbar, and I'm just gonna put it right there, and that's like a reminder as soon as you come out of the river there, that Ghost Archipelago is not everything it seems to be. So and then here the tables are not even, so I made like a little waterfall. I painted a little waterfall. I'm gonna add to that, so obviously the river's emptying into the bay here where the ship is. Oh yeah, and I did paint a little bit. I did do a little bit of the wavelets there on the ship, so it looks like it's still kind of going, or water sloshing on it. So there you go. All right, folks, thank you so much. This is gearing up for Ghost Archipelago, and any more updates we will keep you posted throughout this week. Thank you.